Good morning, Azeroth. It is the 8th of August 2024. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. We will be continuing on with our adventures, getting into some of these radiant echoes, making our way into the Trial of Style for its remaining hour. Once that first set is complete, and then straight back into the remix to get our alts leveled up for their heritage armor. Must have plenty of time to bring them up to level 70 in the coming week. Spending all that bronze. Well, the expansion is finally released. Right, we'll slap on a starter build for our monk here. Yep, we'll have to hope that's fine. Alright, off we go. Got to keep pace with everyone. Now, there was a hotfix yesterday, I believe, pushed on the EU side. That lowers the boss's health a little bit, including all the mini-bosses. If you've been around on the stream, you'll have seen. Can take a little bit of doing. Hopefully they've just smoothed out that curve. Now it's trying to remember Windwalker month and then double checking I've got all my moves on my bar. Oh, I forgot that was a thing. Hope you're all doing well this morning. Get yourselves a morning beverage. Got our tea here. Quickly going lukewarm to cold, but that's alright. Quickly check we've got all our stuff on our bar. We do. We just have to remember all of the buttons. That's a crocodile. Should swap those around so I don't get confused. There we are. A lip kick and a smack and another kick. I haven't been doing much Windwalker. I've been mainly tanking and healing on the old remix. So I'm extremely unfamiliar with all the intricacies. Got some vague ideas. We'll figure it out. As long as we're booping things in the schnoz, we'll be fine.
I need a target.
Nope. Go away, serpent. There's another successful run eventually on Warhammer 40k bolt gun last night. Took us some doing though. The final boss of the second chapter absolutely mincing me into the ground. I think about a good 30-40 minutes. Really took some doing, but we got there. We're jumping back into that later. I think definitely for the stream following, have something a little more light and story focused. Still thinking journey at the moment. Because it's one of those games that a lot of folks say you've got to get off your list. And I've been very curious for a long time. For the moment, we'll keep on beating our way through the event. seem a lot less in danger on the monk than we were on characters prior.
I need to target something first.
Got a bit of a wind blowing through the UK at the moment, so if there are any big window boops, for example, we'll endeavour to make sure the mic isn't picking such things up. All in lieu of another heat wave coming sometime in the next week or so, which I'm very much not looking forward to. Thinking it'll be up to 30 degrees in some areas. Hopefully it's not too bad around here. But we will see.
I wouldn't call this
Dinosaur.
particular echo radiant.
Tiger, come help me.
I'm out of range.
I know you are, my dear. It's alright, we keep whooping his ankles and running for our lives. I believe this particular ult I've had, like, when Monk was first available. And for a long time, was just sat accruing the daily experience buff you could get by meditating yourself home. I can't quite remember the name of the ability. It's not Transcendence. But you would go back to the monastery in Pandaria. You get a daily quest to do a touch of training. And then you would gain an XP buff that you could keep stacking on the hours. So at some point it was over 24 hours. And I would always just think, I'll get to it. I'll get to the monk. And it just turned out doing that daily every day was, you know, it was a small bit of XP each day. I never ended up taking it anywhere. And obviously these days that buff no longer exists, so
I wouldn't call this
was a little bit
particular
wasted
echo radiant.
by the end of it. Pardon me.
It seems Azeroth has no need for historical
Nope.
echoes.
There we go. We flip and we boop and we spin and we kick. Health does indeed look a little more reasonable. At least you can actively see it chogging down. Keeping an eye on the mic, making sure we're all smooth and proper. Well, punching right in his booty. Now, ideally, we want the event to be sorted relatively quick so we can go and do a few extra runs today into the Trial of Style, just as it will no longer be present thereafter. And it is a once every 6 months or more. And again, it's back in March
Are these Azeroth
when it will reappear.
or ours?
It's hard to say, Khadgar. We don't know, dear friend. Let's make sure we're tagging. Grab that owl. Grab that kitty. Grab that kitty. Do a bit of spin.
It's too far away.
There we go. See people's levels just shooting about. Lovely to see. We're about 50% of the way there.
It's too far away.
Plenty of time to get some Trial of Style in. Got to make sure we're still tagging all these mobs. There we go. Poor animals. We do apologise, but it is in service of a memory. And I'm pretty sure the fellow was an old Teldrassil quest. Back when Teldrassil was still, you know, very much not on fire. It was just a satyr who lingered about. Can't remember if he was disguised at the time or not, or if it was so new. It was one of the first quests I did in the game. It really didn't matter. We were just following quest. And the idea of, oh, I have tricked you. You've killed these critters. And the other night I was being like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you helping this dude who's clearly evil? Found it quite interesting back then.
No time for nostalgia.
It's hard for them to ever do something with like proper repercussions for nefarious actions. We do have the the thing that happened with Azeroth where you could do a quest line and like gain his eye and be a follower. I don't think I ever got around to that. I was not about for the patch in the end of Battle for Azeroth where those visions were a thing, which was a shame. I heard it was very good, and all the footage I've seen over the years, it's a shame to have missed out on. It's one of the few instances where like a decent piece of content has just been made unavailable. As far as I'm aware, unavailable thereafter. But then they also had the Sylvanas stuff where if you were on side with her for some dialogue, you got like a little epilogue scene before Shadowlands. It didn't really amount to much, but it was still a nice little bit of, you know, bonus lore, let's say, for you to roleplay with. Absolutely just breathing at the camera, even though they're alright. That you could engage with. With the story focus of the World Soul Saga and the expansions ahead, I don't think it's the time to make radical changes or try something in a similar vein, but you know, they may well surprise us yet. Well, reports I've heard from the beta show that things are a little shorter in terms of just pure amount of, say, main quests, story quests, that kind of thing. However, if they're of a better quality, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. No, we dinged. Got a little more. Back to the dinosaur. Do the bosses with more reasonable health as they go down that little bit quicker. Oh, he's already gone. Alright, close it is then. Get the fish. Pull as many fish as possible. Oh, some AoE in there. Everybody kick the fish. We're doing alright with buttons not being picked up on the mic these days. I think some slight changes to the noise cancellation have worked out well enough. Again, let me know if in the comments, there's anything awry. I'll do my utmost to work with any feedback given. Big raptor. Come here, other raptor. I'm taking them away. There we go. Big old jubbly pile. Might well be the last one we need for Onyxia. Haven't quite clocked the percentages. The game says more fish first. Mind just kicking fish. I still don't understand why it turns us into pirates. I imagine that is an old quest line I've absolutely forgotten and have no memories left thereof. Not necessary to touch a death for ghost fish, but you know, we do what we have to do. Yarr, yarr, says everyone. Come on, give me a little more AoE. Well, 47, goodness me. Go away, pirates. It's not really my aesthetic. Much as I have a deep appreciation and love for One Piece. Even so, not a pirate. Much better transmogs for it nowadays, though. That Plunderlord set does wonders, even just using bits and bobs of it. Oh, it's stuck. Excuse me, treat. More spinning, more quitting, more punching. There she is.
The brood mother of the Black Dragon Flight. We must take her down.
Right, we don't have this move anymore, so we can get rid of it. Swap around some of these buffs at some point. Right, we have... That's a defensive. That's an offensive. Put that down there. That is also an offensive. Right, we'll start booping. Let's hit the tiger and hit that one. Everyone hit the dragon. Come on, my ghosts. Spirits? I don't even know where they are. Oh, there we go. Oh, they're just standing themselves further back. Probably wise. Oh, we just keep arming this dragon. Like, her health is much more reasonable, absolutely. Very clear on her. Don't stand in the fire. Oh, it's the movement thing I've got on G. Not the leg sweep. I see. I understand. It's alright, I'm just a numpty. Nothing to worry about there. More flipping. Let's get that Windlord smack. I can't remember if they've shown the new Windlord since Alakia. A long time since we've had a proper check-in with the elements. I know we had in the Emerald Dream patch the new Fire Lord, but I was a little disappointed to see it was, oh, it's another one of these almost Balrog-like models. Wasn't unique in any way. I know you've got to cut your corner somewhere, but feels like the Elemental Lords since Cataclysm really have got the short end of the stick. Just as what should be really big, important forces. It's needing a little more representation, flair, something in that vein. I mean, to be fair, with the war within and going underground, there's at least the possibility of seeing what's her name? Big old Earth Lady. Ferazu? I think it was Ferazu. That's 3 levels on there. We'll take that. Let's go hand it in. Everybody to the quest point. It's the big surge of people.
What Azeroth is trying to tell us with these echoes.
Get that handed in. See if we got any goodies. Put them there. A belt! Pop that up there. These are probably things we can all sell. I think our... Oh no, the set bonus is still working for that. Do need to sell the rest of them though. Come here, Marshall. Help me. Oh, appearance I haven't collected. That's odd. Alright, because I have 2 one-handers. Let's just bob that on. Oh, it's plate, that's why. I will have picked it up for the same sake of keeping it for transmog. Get rid of his junk. We'll have to remember to send all those to Barrow before the end of the event. We've got some of Kalimdor, we've got some of Northrend. We have absolutely none from the Eastern Kingdoms. Because our first foray into the event on day one, as you may remember, did not go very well.
To be done. It is a world of wonder.
Alright. I think to time it out for the Searing Gorge, we'd have to go at the end of our hours. Right, let's shove it on the Barrow. And you know what, we could go on the Wolf for it. Haven't done so. It's in Valdrakken, but that's alright. Some trial of style. Entrance is the wrong word, but you can pretty much talk to any transmogrification vendor that isn't the one you summon from the toy. Which is on the trading post this month.
People are experiencing visions of a radiant song all across.
Alright, let's fly around to that. I'll have to pick specific flying mount at some point for Wolf here. Just haven't done so. I've been sticking with our Dragonflight fella. Alright. Is it already gone? It's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Server time. Not my time. What an oversight. Absolute ruinous. Oh, no trial of style today. Robbed. Absolutely robbed. Let's get him back to the inn. Oh, what a fool. What a fool. This many years on, still always forget. It's server based. What a shame. We will have to edit the description of the stream. Later, of course. Not now. We'll instead jump back into the remix. We're having a lot of fun on our Demonology Warlock, despite my disdain for minion builds. A quick swig of tea. Alright. Morning, Pulley. Good to see you. Make our way back to the bazaar.
What is your purpose? Protect the truth.
What do you want? Do not share what I have said.
Goodbye.
Alright. You know the drill. We pick up our 3 sets. We get all queued up. Do the 4 raid finders first. Give it a moment to not freak out. Still gonna have to consider my setup here with my keyboard. I continue to aggravate my shoulder with how we've currently got things set up. It's alright, we'll figure it out. We got some Voltarol that we can currently just rub into there, just for the pain relief, just like, stop hurting. Let me keep going, it's fine. It's caused some disruption to the started up exercise routine. As small as it is, I've just been trying to get some on the way. Get things building up. Managed to start to do a few push-ups and then immediately left arm gives out and just smack into the carpet like, oh. Welp. Plenty of other exercises though that I need to consider. No Shah, but we've got people waiting about. We'll grab some of our little bronze balls as we swoop on by. Still need to remember that we need a treasure in here. I mustn't forget. Even if it involves Googling at that point. Just being like, right, where's a treasure? Where's like a spawn that I can just potentially run and grab? Still plenty of time though. Another a week left on the remix. See if we head down to Taolong, get some Discovery XP over there. Nope, I tell a lie. We're going straight into the scenario. Nope. Back on Ookie Dookie Island with our Brewmaster.
Greetings, wanderer.
Let's very slowly move him through. Where's me demon? Come here. Mech Barash, it's you again.
Hello.
Come on. Get your butt moving.
Hello. Welcome.
Again, it's hard to tell if he is just slow or we do actually need to, like, babysit him all the way there. No, well. Sort that afterwards. Make sure to rescue his booze. Very important to Pandaren. Do that one. Now I show a little disdain for the bigger cooldowns. I say bigger, but anything basically a minute or higher. I tend just to not press on a regular basis, unless I'm fighting a boss of some kind. Probably a habit that needs to be unlearned come delves. Alright, let's go gather some booze. Nope. Delightful imps. And do what we do previously. Make our way over. Yep, one there already. Give me that keg. Just a smack crit done. Nope. Sneaky mug. Right, dancing keg. Oh, but there's other kegs about. This is probably unnecessary. But we might as well. Alright. Back to the cauldron. Oh, one moment. There we are. Now there were a few more in that cave, but we'll deal with the hosen coming in. Oh yes, beautifully aimed. There we go. Mr. Ook, on his way over. You better be ready to get some Ook in your Duke. We are, I assure you. Kill him. The dog should leap onto the butt dead. Alright, smoothly done. On to the next. Well, we knew that would happen. Get bronze, get our spool. Excuse me. Get our upgrade. Give it. Gems out. Gems back in. And I'm sure there's a mod by now that does it, but I'd love for the ability to be like, I want to swap this piece of gear and the gems with it. I'm not a big fan of a game having to then rely on mods for things. Like however many years WoW had to rely on a mod that let you sell your junk items. And it's like, took them years to put in a button that did so, and now I don't know the technical challenges that might have involved. for example. But it seems like a very small issue, but, you know, they got there. We can only hope over time that more and more quality of life and evergreen features continue to make their way into the game. Ooh. Blue boots, you say? We'll have them. Not that really matters, but on the last day of the remix, we will just be nuding everyone and immediately dismantling all of their gear. Grab our bits. Oh. How how long have we seen? Not much. We'll do a swoop around. Keep an eye for the rares. I'm waiting for these dungeon groups to pop. Always a little slower on DPS, even in the remix. There we are. Better health stones. Bit of self-survivability. Always nice. Probably just called survivability. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I AoE when there's this many. Didn't seem that effective. Ornaments. No skull.
Class is now in session.
Class dismissed? Yep.
I can never die. This cannot be.
Give. Don't know why that happens with the auto looter. There's one book. Looks like we're not the only one going through, which means it'll be much easier.
Death hurts.
My dear, is it their deaths only? What's the? Isn't it beautiful? The weaving
Oh, wow.
of flesh, and you too are beautiful, my dear. You should.
Run,
There's the book.
necromancer. Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Come, Voss. Your fate awaits you.
Is it the tank moving so quick? A monk would make sense. Oh yeah, boop boop, out the way. Take it, we'll keep going.
Did you
41.
forget, girl?
Progress.
I am the Dark Master.
Book
I
is
command
over
the
there.
undead.
I won't let you.
I require a target.
And we got him.
Turn your lovely rune blades on our guests and fetch me their bones.
I can't fight him.
I
Go.
can feel
Get him, dogs.
What?
Die, necromancer!
Probably the smoothest run in terms of, oh, we are gathering the books as we go. Even at the speed we're going. Oh, big upgrade.
To die.
Decent upgrade. Big upgrade. Little upgrade.
I need to target something first.
Where is book? Over there.
If you haven't come to study school, class dismissed.
Got a loot. The quest giver should have. Spawned. No. Need to hand in the quest. For whatever reason, he gets stuck in the library. Oh, don't get stuck on the door. Come on. Why aren't you going all the way over there, Mr. Alexei? Don't enter. Maybe we made it. Bronze spools, booty. Gems out and gems in. Oh, no time. We multitask, it's fine.
The ancient vaults of the
Morning, Cho.
untouched
Lovely
by
to see
time
you.
for thousands of years.
Let's get him back in again.
Many young Pandaren warriors have vanished into this. The Morgul held considerable power over the stones of the earth. Their magic lingers on, even centuries later.
Multitasking. Oh, not going down immediately either. Might actually have a moment to put some gens in. I tell a lie. Someone exploded.
That was close. The door mechanism seems
We'll just click this one.
activated with the demise
It's
of
fine.
the Guardians. I fear what we may find within. We
Quickly
seem
does
to
it.
have awakened a spirit of some kind.
Who's left? Just the helmet. We'll slap our Oblivion Sphere in there. It's just they take more damage, you know. It's hard to argue with that.
Tender your souls, mortals. These are the hard
Get him.
dead.
Oop.
Renew. What horrors await?
Give.
Bring the
Oh, slay.
was
There we
betrayed
go.
by
That's a
4
good one.
emperors of the Morgul.
We'll be
His
ticking that.
body destroyed
Absolutely.
each time, only to rise again.
Alright. Bob a talent.
This is not the last we have seen of Feng. No matter. The Zandalari, ancient allies of
seems
the
pretty good.
Morgul. They must seek the legendary weapon within the depths of the vaults.
It almost seems like a must-take for one of your main abilities, just to be a
These
faster
vaults
cast.
house a weapon of unimaginable power. Stop them.
These.
I will stay behind and investigate this day.
I must get closer.
Need to remember that proc to make it cast instantly. Imps fly themselves into the air.
I do not have a target.
Where's the other one?
I require a target.
I know you do. I'm sorry. I can only hit tab. Well, that's a lie. You could actually look where you're going and click things properly, but it's fine.
Finding. Time to play, friends.
Come on, Garajal. Get it done. Get ready to drop our debuff. Quick swig of tea. Oh, pardon me.
It be dying time now.
Oh, more imps. Dead. Bob our 7%. Our bronze, our spools, our chest. New robe already.
By the likes of you. What a shame for
Give.
a Zandalari priest to endure. But it ain't no tea.
Quickly sort some
Take your
gems.
trinkets. You'll be needing them. I be going now. Time
Aye, goodbye, my dude.
home for me soul.
Have a nice time.
Death be a doorway, and time a window. I'll be back.
I wonder if that quote always sounds like it's referencing something specific, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna go again. Let's see if the chronological order holds up. Never a guarantee. Not that we mind that much. If it was my first time through, like I'd never seen these raids before, and I was doing so through LFR, I would be doing them in order. Decent paladin set. Oh, is that one of the... That's like the mythic helmet from a Legion one, I think. Very nice.
Look here. It is the history of
Definitely need to consider some transmog farms before... Ooh,
Kept the kingdoms in check
nice
through
helmet as well.
terror and darkness.
There's some very clear paladin-y bias.
This
But that's
looks to
alright.
be the record of Kyang the Merciless,
The whites and
a
golds.
great conqueror, who
Shiny.
ruled his vassals with an iron fist.
Once upon a time, it used to be all the reds and blacks.
I've heard tales of
Had
this
that edgy phase of,
Swift, well known as a masterful archer and genius
and that.
thief. He stole from the rich and kept everything. What is this? I've heard nothing of this emperor. Meng the Demented? According to these texts, Meng was the most
I need to
foul
target
and
something
maniacal
first.
ruler to ever
Well, they're dying
abuse
too
the
fast, my
Imperial
little friend.
throne.
Where's that shaman buff? No, everyone just has a chance to win Fury. That's great. Love to see it. Alright, let's get him dead.
I will crush you in body and
Go doggos.
spirit.
Go imps.
You'll see your mistake soon enough.
That is a much more noticeably faster cast time.
Cannot fix.
Like that a lot.
You will understand what the dark
It's a different cooldown as well.
I require a target. I need to target something first.
Sentence is
Did you?
I don't want
Remix. Nom 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 nom.
Secret passage has opened beneath the platform. This way. Look at the dust along the floor.
Bit of grounding.
These dark
Kind of a
halls
tank
have
one.
not seen footfalls for many
More
centuries.
damage. Especially when our imps explode and crit so often here. That will be quite tasty.
I hear a faint humming. It is coming from this direction.
Boing. These little metal arms. Remember those watching, get yourselves a beverage. Make sure you're staying hydrated. It might be annoying, but I'm always going to remind you just as much as I'm reminding myself. Too many years of not doing so. Gonna try and keep yourself healthy. Touch grass on occasion, they would
This
say,
room
but
pulses with energy, but feels
I do a
unlike
quick
any we
walk
have
every
seen
day,
so far.
30 minutes or so.
Fascinating. I have never heard tales
Well,
of anything like this.
I still don't really enjoy it, per se.
Seems to be a terminal control.
It's nice scenery to enjoy, but still, it's more like I found myself more able to do exercise when I have started to treat it like a chore. Like, not with the understanding that, oh, I'm going to enjoy this and I'm going to really get into exercise and I'm going to be like, yeah, and then I'll get a gym subscription and I'll do all this and I'll do all that. It's like, no, it's like doing the washing up,
Talks.
you know?
This seems
like
beyond
cooking.
what we thought
These are
the
things you
Lord
have
were
to do.
capable of.
Wrong, especially for cooking, there's certainly enjoyment to be found, and sometimes washing up can be pretty cathartic. But I think the baseline of, no, I have to do this, it is a chore, rather than this is an optional thing to make your life a little better. It is important, much as I am loath to admit it.
The machine has been destroyed.
Wish I could convince
So
my younger self to do the same.
our weekends.
More than enough reasons. Get a time machine, go punch old self in the young self in the face, rather.
Cannot place their origin.
How could you? How could you do this?
They call to me. The discs. I must.
Such is life, I suppose.
I see everything clearly.
Get a remix from real life. Go back 10 years. Give yourself some fancy gems. Who knows what you can accomplish?
May the great grain guide your steps.
Oh no.
We must
We're not
go.
gonna make it.
We are not done yet.
We're not gonna make it. We might make it. No. Well. Very sad cry. We'll take a seat here.
the Emperor's strength
The little bandicam druid. Go on, get yourself in there.
of iron.
Oh, right, for the mech arms. Started having a look through some of these the other day. Because of how silly they can look on the gnome. And I do appreciate the detail on said mech arms. Limitations aside, it's interesting to then have to work around them. That works pretty well on a gnome. That's the big heads and shoulder pads. Casual Friday gnome. One day I will go and see the Shadowlands raids proper, when they are deemed more soloable. Might be at some point during the War Within, potentially. Depends how scaling has gone. Gotta love a good Witch Doctor set. The old Plague Mask. Plague Doctor, I should say, not Witch Doctor. Oh, that Kyrian one looks pretty nice there. He's doing alright. Wow. Oh, tongue. Alright, let's quickly get in there. Get our loot.
It is done then. Yet
Can't see me, loot. What you doing?
Many of these machines are hidden beneath
Mistakes
the
were
earth.
made.
How much do we not know about the dark secrets of the Mogu? I fear that our war against
With
our
time.
ancient
With time.
enemies is still far from over.
Oh, next one. To glove. Gems out, gems in. Then we hit our 7% buff. First and foremost. Bronze and spool. Oop. Might be able to get some scrapping done. That tank's taking their time. Nope. Tell a lie. Absolutely not. Well, looks like it's going to be a quicker one.
I need to target something first.
I'm afraid there is no chance of that, Tigray.
We are the extension of our Empress's will.
Yeah, imp, get in there.
Ours is but to serve in her divine name.
I'm not going to
The chaff of the world.
pretend like I understand what builds work very well, what my proper rotation is, what's meta.
Will whisk
I will always be of the mind of, is the button fun to push?
they are but the way.
Is it clear which buttons work well together without me having to go up and read a guide? Can I still enjoy the game even if I'm not being optimal? That always feels very important to me.
Challenges us to face these
Because there have been plenty of games over time, especially ARPGs, like your Diablos, your Path of Exiles, that kind of thing, where you're playing the game normally, and then you start getting into the end game, and you're like, right, let's have a look at a guide or two and see if we can figure out a build. And you notice just how inept the prior one was. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like, oh, I've made a good use of my time. It just feels like something hasn't been clearly explained, or I've misunderstood something and the game hasn't really called it out.
is to perish, and it shall be so.
You got a two-hander? I do. I'll leave that down there in case we get a one-hander. I feel like that should be less a thing on the player. Like, a lot of folks would just be like, oh, why aren't you reading guides then? Why aren't you looking it up then? It's like, well, I'd like the game to have some measure of feedback as to how well I am doing. And we'll see if Delves can achieve that. If we get into Delves and we're like, right, we're clearly not doing so well here. Something about the build needs to change. Will I be able to suss that out on my own? I'm very hopeful the answer is yes, or at least I can fudge my way around it. This is what happened with the Green Fire questline way back when. Although I think, to be fair, I had to double check just some tactics of, right, I'm mind controlling some of these demons, I'm fearing certain things, but there's one thing that was like one-shotting me, and it's like, right, what is this mechanic? How am I meant to be dealing with it? And nowadays, of course, the Adventures Guide is pretty fleshed out. And you can get a lot of information just by doing so. Much as pugs in games are always of the opinion, oh, you should know what you're doing before you come in. That's not fun. I want to learn. Happy to fail to learn. For a lot of folks, it's about efficiencies, but it's like playing multiplayer video games and assuming you'll never die, and really, really caring about your kill-death ratio to the point where if you're going to lose a match, you will just leave. I despise that mentality. Like, more than anything else. I understand if you're having a really hard time on a game. Like, you're just getting stomped into the ground because there's not enough players, or the matchmaking's balked, or, you know, you're just having a bad day. I get it. But I feel like it's usually the people who are so fixated on those numbers that they, you know, woe betide the number being botched in any way. It's like, you think about any activity or competitive thing in life. Do you win every time? Every day a great day? No. Not at all. And yes, that's the attitude a lot of folks playing games seem to have these days, especially in the competitive spaces. And I think Harada, the fellow who makes Tekken, said it really well in a statement once of like, I think people don't play fighting games because they don't want to be told you're the reason you lost. There is only you here. And you can't blame the game when you can't blame other people. You know, some people just can't deal with that. Well, morning, Kynan. Good to see you. We're carrying on with our remix adventures. We're nearly there now. We've got one character and a bit just left to get to the level 50 for the heritage stuff, and then we'll start going back through and getting them all up to 70, which will be the quickest part with the giant cloak buffs. And the Radiant Echoes event on live is doing well in and of itself. Been a few hotfixes, a few changes. It works pretty well now, and you can level in retail very fast through doing it. It's been pretty good. And there's some little transmogs to get to hidden away. How's about you, bub? You managed to get on WoW much? I imagine you're still just working hard, though. I've had some bolt gun streams for Warhammer 40k bolt gun in the evening of late. Like an old school boomer shooter, as they're called. Like the old Doom games and things like that. Very pixely retro style, but that's been absolutely great. Despite how rubbish I am at the game. Been a lot of fun. We're managing to squeeze in a bit more time for learning the bigger edits. It will then just be right, how on earth do I have the time to script, grab footage, grab, what's the word, copyright free stock material, stuff like that. We'll get there in the end. Fair enough, Bob. Again, the event's going to be around for up through the expansion's launch and a little bit after, I believe. And the timers are a lot more generous, and you can repeat the event as it cycles through. Like, once the boss goes down, it sets itself up again. So you can get that done in relatively quick time. If you make it when the event immediately opens, you'll see on the portals in Dalaran, once you've done the quest there, the timers for when they start. The biggest wave of players is that initial rush. And that's the fastest time to get that done. Just because of how many are about. And then the next 2 or 3 still relatively quick, but after that it falls off a cliff. And if you're not geared well enough, it tends to be a little bit of bother. But it's still a good amount of XP, and it'll be faster than anything else. And the catch-up gear is pretty solid. They're not the most snazzy sets for transmog that I'm after. The purpley gems and the recolor of a Legion set. It's alright. But it's not one I'm going to be too sad to miss if I don't end up getting loads of it.
I see you have found a few. You must be powerful to have come this
Don't do this.
far. Yes, you will make worthy test subjects. What's
Oh,
your
I didn't
step?
summon my demon. And we're stuck outside. Alright, we can all kill this fella. Combats. Found Demonology, by the way, to be... As much as I hate minion specs, it's been a delightful bit of fun. Really like how it flows together.
I do not have a target.
Oh, they buggered the boss again. Gotta kill the ants before you attack him. Get that sorted.
You must be powerful
There he is.
to have come this far. Yes, yes, you will make worthy. You must be.
Drop the
what
bats
you're
on him. Build up our shards. Swap to the big fella. Summon that dude. Summon that dude. Summon the other dude. Throw imps at him.
I need to target something first.
There we go.
Empress.
And what level are we looking at now? 46. Made good progress. Just over a week left of the remix.
Destroy these intruders.
Did you get around to seeing the new animated short? Like a lead-in to one of the antagonists? And obviously Zalatath orchestrating all the negative things going on. It was a nice little
I
piece.
must get closer.
Good bit of hype building, good bit of intrigue. It's on the WoW channel on YouTube, about 5 minutes. Thought it was a very good piece. Oh,
Dare challenge my empire.
your empire. Ah, good stuff. I'm glad to hear it. I'm always curious to hear, especially when I know over the years I have tried my best to explain lore things to some extent, but I know I just tend to be a bit rambly with it. I hope it was good in the sense of giving a good impression of the Nerubians coming in. Very much enjoyed a little more humanizing of them. A little shot of the Nerubians outside the gates holding up like balls, like Oliver Twist, just going, "Please sir, can we have some more?" I thought that was a very good little touch. I know if you remember in Legion, I don't know how much you played of Suramar, the big Nightborn city in the old Night Elf capital. And like how we were kind of sleuthing through the city for a full patch. I remember really enjoying it. Even though it got frustrating and I'd get lost all the time. But the actual setup of it and playing through I really enjoyed. The rest was my own ineptitude. But it will be the final zone of Dragonflight, of the War Within, will be something akin to that. Right, and in our dailies, there's another ding. Love to see it. Be about one more day on this character before he's ready. Aye, so it'll be similar to that. Obviously each zone will have its own like event that comes up, like its community thing. I'm not sure the specifics in each zone. I've kept relatively spoiler free for a lot of stuff. Hoping it remains the same up until launch. But it'll be in that vein. I know the main quest itself, as we were saying earlier, will be a little shorter, but if the story quality is better, and there's a load of optional side stuff, I'm more than happy with that. It is the solo delve things that I am most curious for. I'm very excited to see how they approach it all. Which one to go to? I don't want either of those, really. Grab Banish as a precautionary measure. We might need it in future. Probably not, but we might. Oh, nearly missed a spool. Oop. One fit it into that. Very nice. Right, we'll get him back to the inn. Oh, there's our bigger imp. Alright, and we'll jump over To our other one for our dailies. Oh, actually, we should jump over to one of our alts again and head to the Radiant Echoes event that will have just popped on the turn of the hour in Northrend. Just again to try and get it when it's its busiest. Yeah, there we go. And the daily quests that you get from these are account-wide each day, but because there's 3 zones, that's like 1 in each. We'll see about getting the last one for the end of the stream.
Thank you, High Lord. Now, challengers, I will begin the ritual.
There's Millhouse screaming over the zone.
A fearsome doom guard will appear.
We overcame this once, and we will once
Oh,
more.
there's nobody doing this one.
For oblivion!
We'll go over here. The people doing the bosses first and foremost. Come on, little hippogriff.
Ah, I have done
These
it.
echoes must be
There we are.
contained.
Power of Wilfred Fizzlebang, Master Summoner. You are bound to me.
No, I haven't used it. I think I'll probably be saving it up until Jiraxis shut up. We'll be using it probably sometime later on in the expansion. Or the next expansion. Whenever they announce more like race class combinations for races I have already got the heritage stuff for. Because using a boost on those doesn't let you get said heritage armor or allied race armor or any of that. You have to level them from like 1 to 50. Main reason we're doing stuff through Remix besides the cosmetics. So I imagine that boost will be sat there up until the day Worgen Paladins are a thing. Then I will use it. Assuming a full expansion hasn't come out by then and I have another one. The next expansion's launch and pre-order. But again, I don't see a reason why Worgen can't be Paladins. I just don't see a reason why they can't be.
Banished to the Nether.
Is Jiraxis killing people? It's unusual.
You face Jiraxis, Eladar Lord of the Burning Leaf.
It's like there's one person there who's just getting bodied. Should be fine on tank spec, bobbing a load of these. Oh yeah, big stun. I like it.
Banished to the Nether.
Our move's going. At some point, someone will turn around and realise I've got a big group and come tag them all. There we go. Come on, give me a hand.
Insignificant gnat.
There we go.
Target.
Another level. Ooh. I'll take that. Lumber. Now, the biggest problem I find with the Northrend version of the event is the fact that all the characters scream across the zone the whole time. And that's just very silly. And don't be wrong, there's some nostalgia to be had there. Oh, it just summoned them next to me, that's pretty cool. But it does get a little frustrating, especially when it's Millhouse and Jiraxis back to back repeatedly. I don't mind hearing old forum going in the mountains and just being very silly about the whole thing. That I don't mind.
Another will take my place. Your world is
There he goes.
doomed.
So catch-up gear only tends to be important for like the earliest part of leveling in the new expansion. I wouldn't worry too much when the quests in that first zone will probably gear us up relatively quickly. I remember like the first level maybe of Dragonflight being a bit of a bother, but that was about it then. Just because again I've not been keeping up said content.
For historical records.
There's another one. We'll go to In the Mountains. I think if you're just focusing on the catch-up gear for the event, it should be pretty clear what you're picking up from the various vendors. There's also an heirloom ring, where you see we're getting these memories. You combine them to put them to a solid essence. I believe it is, you get 20 of each, then you can trade them in with some echoes for an heirloom ring. But yeah, I can't remember all of the details. We'll get to it at some point. They also hotfixed the event just yesterday, just for these mini bosses and the main boss just have a little less health. Just because they buffed them up very hard on the first couple of days when there was just throngs of players, so they needed to bring it back in line a little bit to be reasonable for when there's much less folks about. Flash, stab, stab, burn. Take a bit of aggro. Nearly does it. Put the sigil down. Oh, he killed someone. More stab, more self-heal, jump, stab again. Very good. Ooh, I got a trinket, which is not as good as my other stuff. Oh well. Pop that down there, sell. Oh, next. Webbed Crusaders, that should be fine. Less about killing mobs, more about breaking webs.
Azeroth remembers these events.
Can't overdo it, mind, or we'll definitely be dead. Right. Beams.
Thank you, High Lord. Now,
No, off he goes again.
I will begin the ritual of summoning. When I am done, a fearsome doom guard will appear.
It's alright, we just try and look out for folks.
For oblivion!
There we go, once you get a few players giving you a hand, it all goes down quickly enough. And the XP averages are
I have done it.
pretty high.
The absolute power of
I don't have a target.
That priest just vanished
Master
into thin air.
You are bound to me, demon.
I hate when WoW's had this for its entire history, where the spiders have people webbed, and you open it, and then it's just another spider. You feel like they wouldn't web their own kin every time. I know it's meant to like keep it from just being one back to the other constantly. You're just opening them free in a dude. It's changing it up. I just find it silly. Right. Pop that down. More AoE. Nearly there for Arthas now. Over there. Jump. Chop that one.
It's too far away.
Chop that one. To the next one. Come on. Right. Yes, we I-beam together, friend. I like that. That's nice. There's the ding. Lovely, lovely. Soul carve. Carve the soul into the Machata fragments. Ooh. Transform instead of dying sounds pretty nice. I think we'll do that. Just for selfish survivability things.
Another will take my place.
There he is.
Your world is doomed.
To Arthas.
The Lich King himself. A memory we all wish to forget.
I don't know, Khadgar. Everyone's very fond of him. Now there's a voice I will not attempt to do first thing in the morning. It will completely ruin my throat to hit that deep and gravelly. It is such an iconic voice. Well, we're going to need some more of the self-healing moves if we're going to be picking those hits. Make sure we don't stand in the poop. Go big. Luckily the Valkyrie here just boot people around, they don't start kidnapping everyone. Although I reckon that would have been pretty amusing. Skeletons. Keep AoEing. Don't know if the skeletons are necessarily dropping XP, but still. Aye, they do. Isn't it interesting with Xal'atath being originating from the Priest Order Hall, the Shadow Priest dagger specifically? One day we'd see any other of these great weapons somehow return into the lore. We know we made a lot of them inert at the end of the expansion, but some of them still hold, and some more than others for sure, hold a lot of plot, or at least historically plot importance to the game. Maybe I'm biased because I'd just love to see Ashbringer return in some way. I can't remember, because I didn't do the Maldraxxus Covenant story in Shadowlands. I don't recall if Mograine ever regained it in some way, but I don't think so. Oh, there's Defile everywhere. Let's move him out of there. It won't, Arbus. Oh man, let's move him over here. Come here. Chuck Glaive. Chuck Glaive. Come over here. Get taunted. Yeah, come over here. Don't want to stand in a poop. Breathe the beam. So many skeletons. Starting to choke just a wee little bit. There he goes.
I need to get closer.
Whee! I think once we hand in the quest, that should be a level there as well. Everybody flies on over.
We shall triumph.
Thank you, Tyrion.
Courage is our greatest
Oh,
weapon.
not quite. Not right. Back to Dalaran. Bear in mind the next one in about 40 minutes. We do need to start building that up. Alright. What we're going to do, I'm going to take a very quick bio break. And then we will jump in on our Goblin Warrior lady. Let's pop this in the chat. Make sure I can spell. There we are. Alright. We'll be right back in just a moment. See you shortly. And we're back. Hello again, Pulley. Right, back to the bazaar. A regretful swig of tea. Stone cold tea. We'll definitely swap to the water. Right, we grab our free.
Guard yourself.
Guard yourself.
Looking for something special?
There we go. Get signed up for the raids first. Just got the 2 available until level 35. Scenario and our normal dungeon. Oh, dungeon popped almost immediately. We're definitely on tank spec, aren't we? We are. All good. Let's see where we end up. Shadowpan Monastery.
Hello. Goodbye.
Please have somebody else lead the way.
Dispose of these insolent outsiders.
Yeah, they're not dying too quickly or too slowly.
No outside aid. Remove these interlopers.
I need to target something first.
Wait, oi, ninjas.
Need to get closer.
There we go.
Huzzah! Weaklings! Let me make room for our guests. Let me show you my power.
Get our debuff.
Together, we will
Keep an eye on the big ad coming. There we are.
Serpent, charge me with your power. Their energy is strong.
Goodbye, serpent.
I don't have a target.
Even
There we are.
together, we failed.
Grab all these sharp. Whoop. Open with a shield. A level. There you lot. There we go. Jump on a mount. Get cells moving. Try not to be frozen in place. Immediately gets frozen in place. It's alright, we're not taking loads of damage. The moment someone gets there, they desist as well. There we are. Go and boot some apprentices. Okay.
You have allowed the Shah to reawaken after all these years.
It's a pretty valid criticism of our actions throughout Pandaria.
If you wish to undo what your kind have brought upon our land, you must first prove yourself here in our school. First, you will face our initiates.
And beat them into the ground.
I'm out of range.
It's like, surely they notice we have, like, murdered our way up here. Does seem a little unnecessary. But it is somewhat different. And I'll always appreciate that.
You have much to learn if you wish to defend your where one falls. But you have bested our most.
It's pretty cool how they all then, like, circle and bow around.
Two of my most senior.
Aesthetically, it's very nice. Aesthetically.
Flying snow, fragrant lotus, step forward.
I think what we'll try and do later. In fact, I'm going to give it a go now. If I move the microphone back there, move my keyboard forward, and see if it picks up.
My prize students. Perhaps you
can't
can
attack
be of use to us after all.
Seems okay.
Master once
That's
said,
not actually helping my
"You
problem
cannot
though.
truly know someone
Not really.
until you fight them. Come forward so that we may be properly introduced."
What was that? Oh, just a bit of artifacting. That's the right term. It's always funny that he despawn respawns.
Very well then, outsiders. Let us
Debuff.
see your true strength. Skill with a weapon is but a physical manifestation of one's martial strength. Let me show you what spiritual power is. When I was but a cub, I could scarcely throw a punch. But after years of training, I can do so much more.
There we go. Yep, go kill that Shah for you. Next set. And I don't like moving at complete breakneck speed, especially if everything's not being immediately one shot.
I need to get closer.
Grab them. Make our way across the bridge. There we go. Goodbye, archers. Shield wall and ignore pain. All good. Big boop. A violent char. Everybody behind me? Almost. Let them all get here. There we go.
Not be caged again. The Shadow Pan could not stop me. Neither shall you.
Healer taking some damage. Not quite sure why. But it's fine. Nom nom nom. Nearly the wrong way. Nobody noticed. It's fine. Better chest, better pant. Okay, now if memory serves, we can skip around a few of these by going down here to the right. Yep, there we are. Oh, somebody pulled the other pack. There we go. Then assuming careful steps, that's not careful steps. You just walked straight up to them. It's alright. Someone needs to purify the body. And then there we go. Alright, Taranzu, let's get you out of there.
Shadow Pan are mine. Come
Alright, easy enough. I'll debuff on him. Keep the aggro. Boopy snoot. Job done. Where's the other fella? There he is. Come on, give me that quest.
Speak up. Enough. The Shah of hatred has fled my body. And
there we go.
We seem to have
oh, I got damage.
Of some kind.
Which it has now swapped me to. Okay, Gabe.
So the stories were true.
Yep, we're on arms. Give me that two-hander.
We have disturbed what should not have been disturbed.
Now this one's already
to escape this prison.
in progress.
Destroy him.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get there in time.
Grant me the power of the earth.
I didn't even join that late. It must have just been a fill. Oh, and we were just close enough.
Feng the Accursed was betrayed by 4 emperors of the Mogul. His body destroyed each time, only to rise again.
Okay.
This is
lots of
not
big
the last
upgrades.
we have seen of Feng.
I'll grab them thereafter.
The Zandalari,
I ain't sweating it for now.
ancient allies of the Mogul. They
Where are
must
we as
be
well?
the
34.
legendary weapon within the depths of the vaults. I am sorry I
Should
did
be
not
more
tell
than
you
done
earlier.
of all our different alts leveling.
It was a weapon of
Well with enough time for the expansion.
Stop them. I will stay behind and investigate this dais further.
I'll miss Cho. I hope he's back one day. As more than just a cameo. As long as it's not to immediately kill him off. Because that I'd be a little peeved. I'd be a little peeved. Just bring him back to kill him off. Right, wait for him to land while we sort his gems. Gems out and gems in. Yeah. I think we'll have to get him dead before we do next set. Drop our debuff. And boopity snoot. Oh, it's the slowest we've seen him go down in a few days. There we go. And that's the scenario. Goodness me, we're moving. End of the scenario. Out of the fort, this one's very quick. Oh. Helicopter outside. Will that be picked up by the mic, is the question. Give me a moment just to keep an eye while I sort these gems. Well, I failed to sort these gems, I might say. So we'll slap that one on for now. I don't think it's quite the same problem as we had with the aeroplane the other day. Oh, I've gone back to tank spec game. Why have you done this to me?
It's too far west.
And sometimes it swaps us, sometimes it doesn't. Aye, I just noticed the other day when it was a plane. It got swapped, like it went straight over the mic, and I was like, oh, I have to bear that in mind.
I don't have a talkie.
Okay. Those. Pop our sword and shield back on. There we are. We're here to help. Get in there. Boop. Started. Run back in, talk to the free folks we need, then back out again for more murder.
Yo, have a good one.
Alright. Build our little weapon things. The boomsticks. And now we just run into the great pile of them and kill them all. Oh, look at that Shadow Priest, just nom.
It's too far away. I need to target something first.
Sorted. Right, now we can sort our talent point. Grab Ren so Thunderclap can do it. We don't actually need it on an active button. Right, we're just waiting for one more raid. Got all his gems in. Couple on the chest. There we are. Scrap all the rest of our stuff. Oh, better helmet. Hang on. Do that one first. Get our epic back in there. Whoop. Alright. Now for the scrapping. Nom 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 nom. There we go. There's a rubbish gem. No, pure garbage ones, but we can take out a... Oh no, that is an epic. Whoops! Take out the speed and bob on that other epic crit one. Or leech, rather. Brains a love it shop. Right, let's have a quick glance over to our old friend, the Shah of Anger. See if he spawned. Get a quick little daily bump off doing him. Not spawned. See if there's any folks lingering. There's a few about. Doesn't seem to indicate he's going to be up anytime soon though. We'll do a quick lap around the zone before the Q pops. See if we can spot a rare or any of those elusive treasures. Nothing in the debris down there? No. Again, it looks like it's going to be just checking a map just to ensure we don't miss out on that meta achievement for Shen's hat. Waiting on healers now. Shouldn't it take too long? Now I know every time they've done those animated shorts that they rarely do just the one. Don't quite know how quickly the release schedule would be. The game's coming out too soon for them to leave it a full week for the next one, but maybe a couple days between. I know we've got Gamescom coming up. And because they're not doing a BlizzCon this year, there are some thoughts maybe we'll see some of the later patches for The War Within announced there. Remember in the Legion days, at the BlizzCon following its release, or as it was about to release, they spoiled maybe the wrong word, but they informed folks that, oh, by the way, we're going to be going to Argus. We're going to be doing this giant thing where we go to this planet you've wanted to explore for God knows how long, and it got people very excited, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of that for The War Within. So Gamescom's, I don't know the exact date, I'd have to double check, but pretty soon. quick check on the phone while we're waiting for this queue. Let me see. Just hover the eye there. Gamescom 20. rather. Phone always trying to... August 21st to the 25th. So the War Within will have launched in the early form at that point. Capcom's going to have some goodies. Very eager to see more Monster Hunter Wilds. Very eager indeed. That'll probably be a game that ends up with a pretty hefty series on the channel. Just because of how many hours you can put into Monster Hunter. I'm going to have to be very careful of how I consider that. Have a quick glance through some sets on a Gobbly. I figured it would be the same problem gnomes have of the helmets being gigantic, but they seem a lot more proportioned for goblins, at least for the ladies here. It all fits a bit snugger. Looks pretty well, to be honest. That candle set's pretty great. Alright. Oh, the bigger, chunkier plate ones are a little much, but it still works out better than it does on the gnome model, bless him. Definitely have to be a time of going back and getting all these cosmetics from Dragonflight. I just did not get the opportunity to do so. The raid ones specifically, more than anything else. Even though the Catalyst made it easier to transition like the gear you got from doing the world events to get that to a high enough item level to then turn it into raid gear for both a tier set bonus and just to unlock the cosmetics. That was a very nice quality of life change. Give me them balls. Do a little bit more flying as we wait for those poor healers. Seems the remix queues have settled back down into healers are the ones who'll be getting the quick queue, and if you pick healer you won't be coming in as damage. We'll see when we go back to healers once these last two are level 50. Give me that bronze, game. Oh! Straight into the water. Mistakes were made. I never claimed to be good at flying. Hit the button. Big ball. Nom 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 nom. If we move through the water fast enough, then it's not a problem. For whatever reason. Whoop over the shard again. Nay. It's to be expected. And I'm very curious for when, either in the patch zones for the War Within, or as we move out back into Midnight, into zones that are basically reworked older zones for the most part, how they'll deal with like making the size increase, like they have in Dragonflight, the scale of a zone, and flying through it, having it purpose built for that. And again, even though it's Mists, oh gods, 2014, 15, maybe older than that. I don't quite recall. I still feel like, just architecturally, colour palette wise, it's still very pleasant to now swoop through with our faster flying. Oh, I knew it. Moment, I turned me back. No way. Spawned and dead, did you? Ah. My anger, Shah. My anger. I didn't just want to stand right next to him the whole time. Curses. Just put timers, game. Just put timers on the map. For goodness sake. Seems like an easy fix to me. Diablo can do it, you can do it. Right, well, we've handed in our Bazaar quest, so I think we make our way down to the valley. On the off chance the other world boss is there, we keep an eye if any rares spawn in the meantime. Still just waiting for healers. Especially odd for Remix, given at least for LFR, really don't seem to need them. But I suppose if they had that disabled, especially in those early days, that would have been pretty problematic. We know any rares we find here will be a little beyond our level. We'll just make our way up through the valley. There we are. Little bit of discovery down there. Hello, Eternus. I like that she gets up and flies around rather than just roosting the whole time. Bit more dynamic NPC flow. Perhaps we'll see more of that in the future. Right, what is it? Does not appear to have spawned as of yet, but isn't right dead there either. Keep an eye while we grab some bronze. Ah, the other bit was right at the top. Whoop. Eh. Pleasant swooping. There we go, another little bit. Bob through into Krasarang. Try not to get bodied by a tree. Then half an eye on that minimap. Watch for rares. Ooh, that one's bobbing up and down. Come here, come here. No, mine. Ooh, and there's a rare. Oh, it's a Zandalari though, which means way beyond my level, and even if we can kill him, it will take a while. Some kind of angry hedgehog. Oh. You're a rare I can kill though. Feel a little bad because he was just here fishing. Very nice. New gloves. Pop them on. There we are. Oh, come on. 2 more healers. Give it us, game. Kindly give it us. Down by the river. Another rare. Excuse me, Mr. Jinyu. Gonna have to boop your snoot. Oh, and a ding. Very nice. Graded chest piece. Gems out, gems in. Start going that way. A little more XP as we go. It's like a little gap over here. Right. Check on the world boss again. Now again, if the raid finder queues stay pretty low, may end up starting to do some quest lines, but we do only have the one left on this character, and we are basically just luck of the draw for healers at the moment. And that 7% boost is so very important for snowballing our XP gain. Let's have a quick sip. Oh, he's dead. Curses. Grab yourselves a sip of water as well. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Very good. We'll move it on back up. About 10 minutes until the next Radiant Echo swap over. I'm hoping we'll be in and done before those 10 minutes are up. If not though, we may just have to call it earlier. We have got the dailies done. We can go bob that just so we can start getting the memories of the Eastern Kingdoms and see Ragnaros as well, whomst we haven't seen yet. Do some Jade Forest swooping. Probably one of my favourite intro zones to an expansion. Music's great, sets the vibe absolutely fantastically. It was the introduction to many characters and themes throughout Pandaria that I feel like delivered the best on it. Especially flying through it now. That's a sneaky bit of bronze down there. Oh, we missed him. No, not today, bronze. No. In the dailies where you raised your own Cloud Serpent, playing fetch, taking them flying. Some good stuff. No, we've had like ways to like raise pets and interact with them and earn them through quests since then. I've been a lot smoother in terms of how quickly you do it, but I don't know, just that daily going back and raising them up, and even if repetitive, it just, you really felt like you were working towards that goal, and you wanted what, you know, you wanted not just like the pet version, you wanted the mount. As fancy as some of the ones with Thunder and Cloud coming out of them are, I'll always prefer my plain Golden one just because of that little journey more than anything else. There's some dailies down here. There was some nearby. Big old statue. Not yet broken for this character. Good old cinematic of casually conscripting the Jinyu and the Hosen. Big old fight. Releasing the Shah. All sorts of rough business. At least for Pandaria. It's not like the factions cared that much. And it's like with the Silver Moon and the zones around it in Midnight, and then with the entirety of Northrend in the Last Titan, this begs the question, well, in future expansions, are we going to spend the time to revamp other entire zones? Like, are we ever going to see a revamped Pandaria? Brought up to a more modern standard? Like, how evergreen are they truly thinking about the game? Huge amount of development resources and time. We know we've got hints of the western shores, beyond the storms, some kind of magical blockade there, where that new all Kingdom of Light and this Emperor of Light sits in power. Be very interested to see. There was a load of pirate foreshadowing about folks travelling over there. A pirate captain building an armada. The Night Squall pushing their way through. But the same objective. Zalatath has been a fantastic villain to build up and has been seeded for a while. Seems as though a lot of these will be seeds for the distant future, like when this trilogy is over. Because that'll be the big test for WoW in its modern incarnation, is like, what do you do when you've done this big trilogy? What changes then? How successful will it have been? Because expansions tend to be, there's a good one, there's a bad one, there's a good one, there's a bad one. Or sometimes it's like, there's an one, then there's a bad one, then there's a, you know. Folks have been a lot more critical in recent years as the internet has gotten louder and more critical in general, and not always in a positive manner. In fact, much rarer in a positive manner. But I'm hopeful for WoW. That's why I'm here. That's why it's Good Morning Azeroth, not Crap Morning Azeroth. We'll see. Maybe we can do Good Evening Azeroth on an April Fool's Day. Maybe that'll do. There we go. Thank goodness. Right. Got 5 minutes to get through it and jump into the regular. That should be fine. Depending on how quick we can get through it. Don't you deny the queue now, healers. Don't you deny it now. Gonna half back to the inn just in case. No, it popped as our Hearthstone did. Right, this one will be a little longer than 5 minutes just because of how long it takes us to get round with Cho. Come on, get going. Go, 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 go. Move it quickly, Cho. Let's-a go. Let's-a go.
Ancient vaults of the kings of Mogushan. What might this button do?
Be a bad idea, Cho. It's always a bad idea.
Look here. It is the history of Xian of the Endless Shadow, a powerful sorcerer who kept the kingdoms in check through terror and darkness.
They're dying quick. Shouldn't take us too long.
This looks to be the record of Qiang the Merciless, a great conqueror who ruled his vassals with an iron fist.
I'm out of range.
Got scale damage, that's fine. Didn't he mean to take aggro? I'm just impatient. In this moment, it's fine.
He stole from the rich and kept them. What is this? I've heard nothing of this emperor. Meng the Demented? According to these texts, Meng was the most foul and maniacal ruler to ever abuse the imperial throne.
Right, come on, fellas, up you get. Oh, pardon me.
I will crush you in body and spirit.
I need a target.
You'll see your mistake soon enough.
Pop down the next one.
All that is yours, mine.
Number 3.
Soon you will understand why my subjects feel.
We'll mention while I'm here now, but I'll probably post it in the community tab on the channel later. Tomorrow's Good Morning Azeroth will either be later on or skipped for the day, just because I have a doctor's appointment. It will very much depend on how long things go. The intention is to get that appointment done and get back with maybe an hour, hour and a half. See how we go. And that was an appointment that was booked before streaming started. So just giving the heads up. Again, I'll be posting it in the community tab on the channel. Two more bosses. We'll definitely miss that first wave of folks going into the Radiant Echo, but we should get the second or third wave. I have to not do it on the rogue just because she was getting absolutely bodied last time.
I need a target. It's too far away.
I would do it on the mage, but the level 63 to 70 only took like a couple of goes at the event and was just done. There we go. Come on, Joe. Get in here. Get the buttons pushed.
This room pulses with energy, but feels unlike any we have seen so far. Fascinating. I have never heard tales of anything like this. The Mogul hide this.
Come on, Joe.
Seems to be a
Fire it up.
control
Let's see if anyone does it.
Let's see here.
Come on, someone. Take the jump. Risk it for a biscuit. Get cocky. No, we're all going to be responsible today. I mean, I could jump and try and rocket jump back, but it's on cooldown for 10 seconds. Oh, and there go our weapons. Debuff and murder. While he makes his wub noise. Yum, yum, yum. Silly dragon. Boop. Alright, one more. Then we'll jump into that last Radiant Echo before wrapping up for the morning. Yeah. Better shoulders, better pant. Gems out, gems in. We know the drill. Get him back in there. Some speed, why not? Oh, it was a garbage speed. No, 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 no. Epic speed, yes. And then the shoulder ones. A damage one, and we'll just do the vampiric aura. Why not? Why not?
It would seem the Moguls salvaged and repurposed.
Keep up with the group so we're not locked out of the room.
To advance their empire. We must go. We are not done.
Now, unfortunately, this is the one where we just have to wait for dudes to drop from the ceiling. Have to give them a moment to spawn in. Spend a moment to scrap our spares. Get more of that delicious bronze. Oh no. I haven't scrapped my shield. Almost scrapped my shield. No, 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 no.
The Emperor's strength grips this land with fists of iron.
Right, here they come. The range will bob them down. There's very little point. It's just running about. Well, they didn't die in one hit. Would have been doable. Ooh, look at that feral druid. Big old green jungle cat. It's a resto druid. Oh. Big old mane. Likely an artifact colour? Might not be though. Knowledge of Kitty forms and all the other druid forms and their unlocks is not exactly the most informed. There is a lot of variety these days for him. Just chop his ankles. Be these two, and then the bosses. And we'll quickly bob over to the echoes.
I need to get closer.
The endless armies will crush
There you go, big fella. Here they come. Get our debuff ready to bob on the ground. Once he starts bowing, there it is. Quickly does it. That's kind. Brought him close for some AoE. Sorted. New boots. Pop them on.
Yet, how many of these machines are hidden?
Get our 7%, Fred.
We not know about the dark secrets of
Goodbye,
the
Cho, for the day.
I fear that
Hearthstone back. Get our rested XP. Then we'll bob on. Like, oh, it cancelled my my Hearthstone game. That's pretty mean of you. Right. We'll just head to the capital then. That'll do. That'll do. Boop. Alright. Jump on over. Ooh, to jump in on. Did the Demon Hunter, we did the Rogue yesterday. We'll just go the Demon Hunter again. We'll just keep that moving. I don't want to futz about setting up the Druid's talent spec. Alright, to Duskwallow. Nope. Searing Gorge. Desperately need to update this login screen. 72%, so there's people about.
Our fate is in your hands.
Thank you, Water Elemental Duke Fellow.
These echoes must be contained.
What was this one? This one was like gathering water, wasn't it? Yeah. And we get it to the tower. Luckily, we're a Demon Hunter. Oh, slippy slide it. There you go. More water. Ow. Do you mind, Trogs? This is a silly one. I'm happy for them not to all be combat based. Just gotta kill this fella. Come on, get out of it. Get out of it.
I'm out of range.
Alright. Don't slide off. No! Thank goodness for our double jump. More water needed. Oh! Quickly kill all these. Certainly missed the first two groups of players doing it. It's a lot quieter. But still folks be about. Right. Excuse me. The Dark Iron. We're friends now, don't you know? We're on the same side. To the tower with it. Steady as she goes. Don't you touch it. Where is the bar for this one? I don't know how many bottles of water we need to run to the top here. Can we take more than one? I imagine not. No, we can't. Alright. There we go. That's much easier. Swoop our way down. And another. There we go. Not showing arrows. Does that mean we're done with this one? Yes, just left the map. No, it hasn't. Oh, that one seems buggy. We're going to go see her car.
We overcame this once, and we will once more.
Happily tanky this for folks. Oh, I've been charmed. Well. Oh no. We'll just kill all the people here then, that's fine. He's making me stand in place more than absolutely murder everyone though. Now, I never did Zul'Gurub like as a raid back in the day. I believe I went in briefly, maybe for transmog, maybe when they changed it. Oh, people are dying. Oh, now I'm I-beaming people. Oh, no. Oh, good. Keep me stunned. Why you like this, Hakar? I know they did like a rework to Zul'Gurub and you could like get some transmog out of it and some old recipes, but I never went back and had a look at that. Don't actually know any of the details about it, only that it exists. It was the same for Ulfarak, maybe? Nope. Don't you touch me, Chromie. Don't you send me away. We are very busy here. Right, what else have we got? Hogger? Good old Hogger? Well then, absolutely have to go see Hogger.
Azeroth is trying to tell us with these episodes.
Scary. How dangerous. Was that a ding as well for us? Blimey. Almost, almost. No, Stitches murdering people.
These echoes a message?
Hit me, Stitches.
I need to get closer.
There we go. Oh, nostalgic. I always get confused whether Stitches or Patches. Like, one was Duskwood, one was Naxxramas. Memory serves. Some DPS. I'm trying so it doesn't boot your snoot. Did it boot mine? That's me job. Oh, I can't argue with pets. Get him down, get him down.
I don't have a target.
There we go.
Azeroth needs you to protect it, hero.
No. Don't you dare, Chromie. I think that's Okara again. We'll go for the Green Hills one. Don't do it.
I wonder what
Don't you dare send me out of here.
With these echoes.
I'm gonna be super peeved off, Chromie. No. It's gonna do it as well. Absolutely gonna do it. I hate you, Chromie. I hate that this is a thing that has to happen. Like, it seems so unnecessary.
Take care of yourself out there.
I hate you. I hate that you've done this. I've never actually seen this in action before. Right, well, thanks for wasting my time, Chromie. Right, now we have to go back to Dalaran, back into that portal, really quick before Ragnaros dies. Man, they need to get rid of that. Like, I understand the intent of trying to be like, oh, you can come here and do current stuff now, yay, but it's like, maybe I'm here for a reason, game. Maybe I want to be here. And just picture his health going down. And just picture how tight this timing might be. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. Hit reset. That's absolutely infuriating and so unnecessary.
Or merely a response.
Alright. That's fine. That's fine. We've seen it now. Folks have been aware for that one for a while. They know it's a pain in the ass. And I'm sure I will not be the first during this event leveling an alt to see it if they were already time walking. Alright, next. Impossibly rare boar liver.
These Azeroth's memories are ours. It's too far
Back bar.
away. I'm out of range. I need a target.
Again, Vanilla and Burning Crusade quests, I wouldn't have done next to no Horde at all. I have no frame of reference for these old callbacks. The first time I played Horde will have been Under Cataclysm, maybe Early Mists. Come here. We'll get the event done. Get the daily and we'll call it that. I've never had that Chromie thing happen before. Like, I've heard a lot of people talk about it. You hit level 60 and 61, and then it teleports you out of whatever you're doing back to Stormwind. Because of that, we just miss Ragnaros, and it's like, handle it a better way. Ask if I would like to be teleported. Don't force the issue. Still, more XP for us in this instance. There we go.
I need to target something first.
Next one. Pumpkins will go to on Hippogriff.
It seems Azeroth has no need for historical records.
Ah, the Scarlet Crusade. Rumoured to be coming back one day soon too. Don't know if it'll be the War Within. Potentially. Depends all the big light stuff they're doing.
I need a
Setting up.
target.
Who next? South Shore versus Torrent Mill.
I this one.
Do you? I think it's pretty silly when he was in Shatrath.
I don't have a target.
Absolute fibber, Khadgar. See how many we can pull over here.
It's too far away.
People are killing them pretty quickly. Not too much of a bother. Ah. Give me beam. Nice. There to go as another ding. Absolutely get that metamorphosis up faster. We'll take it, we'll take it. This one. The water one. Nobody wants to do that one by the looks of it.
These echoes. I wonder what Azeroth.
Oh no, Ragan.
With these echoes. I need to get closer. I need to target something first.
Oh my god, did you realise the Demon Hunter? That's Taliesin Jaffe. Oh no, never unhear it now. Bless him. Back to stitches. Maybe we'll finally get Ragnaros done. Lapping him. Big demon meaty arms just slap him. There we go, another memory. Start building those up as well. Oh, look at them sharing. Very nice.
Remember this one. I don't have a target.
More boar meat.
I need to target something first.
Go at spider.
Something first.
Oh, not quite. Not quite. Moa Boa. Just grab these four. Oh. Come here. And you. Ooh, and a ding. Very quick progress when it all adds up.
I'm out of range.
There's the memory. Next. No hogger.
No time for nostalgia, champion.
Trying, Khadgar. I'm trying. Poison these pumpkins. For the Forsaken.
We overcame this once, and
we'll fly to Hakar first.
More. Are these Azeroth's memories? are ours.
We're charmed again. Now. Oh. Just boop to the snoot immediately. Someone say it where he's just like, nope. Get him out. Nearly there. About one more.
Are these echoes a message? Or merely a response? No time for nostalgia, champion.
Get them all.
It's too far away.
There we go.
Our Lord Ragnaros returns.
Whee!
For battle.
That dude in the comments talking about the wrong spawn point. Well, there it is. The correct spawn point. There he is.
I need to get closer.
Big. Oh, yep, big old balls of fire. Some old school medicine voicing going on. Chuck that glaive up into the mass. Wave 1, wave 2. I've seen these mechanics before. Any second now, and we'll have him done. No, do not want to be purged, Franco.
Azeroth's memory of the
There we go.
is naught but ashes now.
All them as well. Oh, we've got a good axe as well. Very nice. I think we unlock the Horde and Alliance versions for doing so. Not quite the 20 yet, but it's more than enough to be getting on with. Stand ourselves in. I think we'll be calling it there for the morning.
I am at your call.
And as a reminder, tomorrow's stream will be late, if at all. It will very much depend on how things go at the doctor's. Probably just checked his inventory.
I'm ready.
No, alright game, fine. We'll sell it to the blacksmith.
Here there.
Very good.
Very good.
You too. Alright. Scroll our way back up. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoyed yourself, hit that like button. If you'd like to comment on any of my horrendous gameplay, feel free to do so down below. Subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll be back this evening with more Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. Full playlist for that and other games on the channel. If you'd like to support me more directly, you can do so on the Patreon. And until next time everyone, much love, take care.